Hey guys, welcome back to the Idea Farm, and today we're going to talk about this old Navajo fable that you've probably all heard, and how it ties to you, how it ties to your business, how it ties just to life. And so here goes the Navajo fable. There's two wolves that struggle within each of us. There's this malicious, jealous wolf, and there's one that's lovable and compassionate, who believes that we can accomplish anything. And so we ask, who wins inside? And the answer is the one that you feed. And how does this apply to you? Because it shows that you're feeding what you really want to become. Your daily actions are really contributing to that food of which wolf you want to win. And so there's a lot of things in our life that can really prohibit us and limit us. And there's some things that just we can overcome by simply changing our daily actions. But there's so many distractions in this world that we need to learn how to avoid that temptation of being distracted. I was listening to this one podcast, and he was talking with this person who used to be part of this religion, Wiccans. You may have heard of them, about witches here on the earth. And they believe in this concept that there are some people in this world that are just energy suckers. These are people who just suck the energy out of you. Like when you go visit this one person, you're just so drained after. And this is something that you need to avoid. And you can apply this to anything. It doesn't have to be a person who's an energy sucker. It could be social media as an energy sucker, movies, this Netflix, YouTube. All these things can really just take away from that ability to grow, because it's taking that energy that you could have used and placing it somewhere else. And so I want to tell you about a time when this was in junior high, and you have to take placement tests to really show where you should be and what classes that you need to be in. And I really excelled in math, and English was not my strong suit. And so I scored really well on this math placement test, but not so well on this English test. And we went to the office to really figure out, like, why am I placed in this lower math class and also placed in this English class that was higher up than what I should have been in. And what the office had said, administration was saying, like, we want me to have time to focus on English. That's why we put him in an easier math class. And that never made sense to me, because they were limiting me on where I could excel, which was math. And English, they were like, you need more time on this, which is understandable, but they were also holding me back. And this is something that happens in your life too. There's so many weaknesses that we have, but we often forget to play to our strengths. And those strengths are really what's going to make us succeed in life. Those super successful people you see in the world, they master this one item, there's one practice, and they perfect it, and that's what gives them the most money. So everyone can work hard to make up what they're lacking, but that's not often the best thing. On average, like, millionaires work less than your average paid worker, but they often make more money. That's why they're millionaires. That's because they're extremely efficient. They know what they're good at, what they're strong at, and what they're not, they delegate, they replace, they give to someone else. And they know this investment of time as something you'll never get back once it passes. They need the highest return on that investment. So they play to their strength. They identify that activity that is most profitable for them. And that's where they spend their time. That's where you should be able to spend your time. And so in order to do that, you need to make a list of what I need to do to know what I'm most successful at and what I'm not. And if you don't know where to start on that to-do list, what my strengths are, you can also start by making a not to-do list. And this is something I learned from Dean Graciosi. And so you list out all your daily and weekly activities, and you can categorize them with one of these 5 things. And this is something that you can really do. And you could eliminate the task if it's unnecessary. You can replace the task with something that's better. You can automate it so you don't really have to do it. You could delegate it so you're not the one doing it, but it's still getting done by someone. Or outsource it, which is also just paying someone else to get it done for you. And this is how you can use your time to the best that you could, because you're really utilizing this time and getting so much more done and being far more efficient, because you're not forcing yourself to learn all these different skills, but you can focus on the one skill that you are best at. And although it may be good to learn a baseline of certain skills, and I think that's good so you can communicate effectively to those who you're delegating it to or outsourcing it. And this is how you can really take charge of your time and get the highest return on your time investment. And so this is one thing I like to think of is, like, imagine if you're in charge of your salary, and what's that hourly wage you want? Say it's $30 an hour. And I think that comes out to about $60,000 a year on average. So how much time are you paying on those mindless tasks? And how much time are you really wasting when you go and watch Netflix for a couple hours? How much are you really paying Netflix $12.99 a month? Or are you paying them $30 a day because you watch an hour a day when you should be working and you're just getting distracted? So this is where you should really do is list out your strengths and realize what are things that you can eliminate, replace, automate, delegate, or outsource, because this is going to give you the biggest return on your investment. And this is how you feed that lovable, compassionate wolf within you and really get rid of that jealous, malicious wolf that's within you. So I hope you guys like this. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I hope to see you. And if you want, please join our Facebook community. It's small right now, but we're growing each and every day. See ya.